Zhang Desheng woke in the middle of the night and opened his door. In the yard, a black shadow squatted, holding a jug of water from his house. Under the moonlight, it raised its head. It was a red-bellied doll, smiling, water dripping from its mouth and feet. Zhang Desheng lived in a mountain hut with his young daughter, Xiaohua. Her father had gone into the mountains to cut firewood and never returned. Since then, Zhang Desheng struggled alone. That day he had carried a basket of wild fruit for miles to town, hoping to trade for sugar and cloth. No one wanted them by sunset. He had earned almost nothing. As he left town, something tugged his pants. A barefoot boy in a faded red belly wrap clutched him tightly. His face was dirty, his hair tangled, his feet cut and bruised. He stared silently at the unsold fruit. Zhang Desheng knelt and asked where his parents were. The boy said nothing. Zhang Desheng sighed. He could barely feed his own child. He told the boy he couldn't raise him and turned away, but the boy followed. When Zhang Desheng looked back, the child stood crying without a sound. Soft-hearted, he returned and gave him a cake. The boy didn't eat. Instead, he spoke in a thin voice. "Aunt, take me home. I'll show you a treasure." Zhang Desheng froze. The boy blinked slowly. He said there was a well behind her house. He could bring something out of it so she would never worry about food again. Zhang Desheng knew the well had been dry for years. When she demanded the truth, the boy lowered his head. "I'm not human. I'm the water baby from that well. It was polluted and sealed. I escaped. But my time has come to return. I need a kind person to lead me back." Seeing his injuries, Zhang Desheng couldn't abandon him. She brought him home. A neighbor mocked her for feeding a stray when she could barely survive. Zhang Desheng said nothing. She dressed him in Xiaohua's old clothes and shared their thin rice soup. At dawn, she took him to the dry well. The boy whispered strange words, but nothing happened. The neighbor laughed from a distance. The boy whispered that he needed strength and must be fed for several days. Though her rice was nearly gone, Zhang Desheng cooked porridge and fed the children first. Eating last herself, villagers spread rumors that she had gone mad. On the final night, the boy promised it would work by morning. If not, she could send him away. Zhang Desheng stroked his head and said the mountains were too dangerous for a child alone. That night, the boy said he recognized her years ago. When he still lived in the well, a woman came each morning and drew water gently without disturbing it. That woman was her. Zhang Desheng remembered those days before the well dried. Before sunrise, the boy woke her. Mist covered the well. He told her to drop blood into a crack in the stone. When she did, the fog exploded outward. A roar echoed as a clear stream burst from the well, swelling into a flowing spring. The grass brightened as water spread across it. At the buried silver sand glittered. The boy, fading and transparent, pointed to a spot. "Dig there, a jar is buried. Take a little silver each morning to trade. It's enough for you and your daughter, but remember, the water is for the villagers, not 3 sickness. Then he dissolved into mist and merged with the well. Zhang Desheng dug and found a sealed jar. Inside was an oilcloth-wrapped book and a wooden plaque carved with mountains and rivers. A note bore the name of her missing husband. She realized he had gone into the mountains searching for hidden knowledge, not just firewood. Using a little silver sand each morning, Zhang Desheng built a path to the well and a shelter so villagers could fetch water. The spring was sweet, the sick improved, even the elderly felt relief in their bones. Mockery turned into respect. A traveling monk later said the well had revived because a water spirit returned to its place, guided by a pure heart. The days of feeding the child had been a test of compassion. Years later, mother and daughter followed clues in the book to a mountain cave. They found the husband's remains beside a hidden store of rare medicinal herbs. He had died searching for the land's secrets, leaving his knowledge behind. They buried him near the well. The spring continued to flow, saving the village through many droughts. Zhang Desheng lived a long life. On the day of her funeral, witnesses swore mist rose from the well and formed the shape of a small doll before fading. From then on, the well was called the water well. Her descendants guarded and used the inherited remedies to heal others. Never explored in the spring, villagers would say. The well was like a living heart, unseen in death, but once awakened, able to nourish generations.